Hello football fans, I'm here with my game against Gotrek Gurnisson, or Hoi 83 Metal, and I've dusted off my Dwarfs. I haven't played Dwarfs in a very long time, and I just realised that my computer's unplugged. 1 second. That's better. So we're playing Dwarves that we haven't played in a very long time, and we're up against Hoi's Chaos. Hoi was a lot of fun. He was very animated, and more than anything else, he was very friendly, even as Chaos, which is unusual. So, here with my Dwarfs. My Dwarves are singing hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work we... oh no. And as Hoi is such a death metal head, I guess that the Chaos are singing I'm a Barbie Girl. Yeah, that works. I think this coach is also one to watch because he was quite impressive in this game actually. And he does have that claw piece that's going to be a huge problem for my Dwarves, probably. Let's have a look to see how much damage he can actually do with it. So I'm gonna call him Gotrek Gurnisson because it's easy to pronounce, and also it's because what he's known as here, though he is known as the other name I said in Discord, so I'm not taking too much liberty by using that name, I think. So I set up in a pretty standard hold the line version against Chaos, which may end up being painful because he does have that claw piece, but at the same time I don't think he wants to take too many punches from me either, so we don't really want to get into too much of punch up. And he did choose to receive, so Dwarf's going to kick first. So I'm going to try and end this drive 0-0 or somehow steal the ball. Yeah, having a look at this team matchup, I think I'm going to have to focus mostly on hitting the beast just to try and get a little bit of numbers, because I'm sure I'm going to lose at least one piece to his claw. Alright, here we go. Kick from Bubbles. And we start with Throw Rock against Lemmy, who is a warrior, and he just takes a stun. Not so bad. And we get a touchback. Touchback goes straight to the beast in the back. Alright, Claw Piece starts off. And he starts off well, armor break already. And injury already. Clumsy says goodnight. Man of the match for sure. Well done, Clumsy, well done. And Doc is also going to take a bit of a slap, as is Greedy. Yeah, pretty standard stuff, just cleaning up the line. Tipsy takes a punch too, but it's just a push and not so bad. And finally Sneezy. Okay, just the claw did damage. He's got one more block if he wants it though. He's going to take it against the Troll Slayer. Most people don't like to play Dwarves, so I was glad that Gotrek was open to the idea, because it gave me a chance to at least have a go with the Dwarves. I understand why a lot of people don't like playing Dwarves as well, they're pretty boring to play against. He uses one of his defensive pieces from the cage to punch the Troll Slayer, though I guess he is going to move it back afterwards. No, he's not going to bother, that's fair. It does mean that I have a chance to hit the ball already though, because the Troll can get there, but he has to GFI to do so. Alright, let's return with the Dwarves. I am eventually going to get a Death Roller on this team. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to call it Snow White or if I'm going to call it Monday Morning, so vote below which one is a better name. Alright, I do take my first punch on a warrior, and I get 2 skulls, which I have to reroll. That's a shame. I do have 4 rerolls this game though for some reason, so losing one here is not so bad. And I focus on trying to hurt a beast. with bubbles. Go bubbles. Nope, no pain. And Barbie is actually holding the ball. Barbie the Slanish Field. Fiend, sorry. Barbie the Slanish Field. Fiend. Jesus, can't say that word. Barbie the Slanish Fiend. Okay, can't say it. The Chaos and Dwarves is pretty friendly so far. I mean, yeah, Clumsy took a tumble, but his name is Clumsy at the end of the day. He's bound to take a tumble. And Blitz with a claw piece, of course, because that's the best piece to punch Dwarves with. And he does reroll for greed. It doesn't pay off. Push would have been good enough there. I have actually left a gap here, which was a mistake, because the ball can come through here without any real issue. And it's going to be even difficult for Jumpy to sort it out, but thankfully Gotrek doesn't take advantage of that, so it gives me a chance to clean up. Hopefully I will actually manage to. As he's left the Chaos Warrior on his own, there's a chance that I will be able to close the small gap actually. Take a 1 die. With Jumpy, which leads to 2 down. That wasn't good play. That wasn't good decision making. I was better off doing something to the claw if possible. Okay, claw returns on the runner. But the runner's fine. Jumpy's not getting hurt this round. Maybe that was a misclick? That must have been a misclick. Yeah, it's been a little while since I played this game, but I'm pretty sure that was a misclick. So, unfortunate there. It does save me a little bit, though. It means that I can actually pick up my pieces and hopefully fill this gap finally. That will do, actually. That works for filling the gap, though it's pretty easy to put that dwarf down. And I free up another dwarf that's going to help with the claw piece. Yeah, I really want to do damage to this claw piece now. I can see the threat. I saw it as soon as we lined up. And Jumpy's going to try and secure the ball as much as possible. Go on, Savage. That's a good punch. Ball's going down. Okay. And we're going to take a punch against the other warrior. 2 down's good enough for me. No damage. And last piece is going to finally get a position where it's going to be hard for the ball to move. Okay, it only took me 3 turns. That was bad. Okay, claw piece stands up, doesn't blitz. No blitz from claw this time. That's good for me. Every turn where claw isn't used is great, so I want to put claw down as much as possible. Just for simple survivability. Oh, the blitz on the Troll Slayer is good, it leads to a stun. I always wonder why the Troll Slayer has so much armor. I mean, I know he's pretty fat, but he's not wearing anything, so it should be pretty easy to put a Troll Slayer down. And we got ourselves a little mosh pit, as we were saying all match. And that's a double skull, he has to reroll. I'm not sure he has to reroll, to be fair, but he does reroll, so fair enough. And Chaos Warrior joins the mosh pit. Yeah. As Chaos, he wants to put down as many pieces as possible, of course, because that's what Chaos do. And the ball is in a, well, fantastic place. Though he does actually base my runner. Of course, I'm only going to get a half die if I do try and block him, but it's given me a chance. Now I take a 1 die that I have to reroll into a POW. That's a good reroll. And I understand that I can't really get to the ball, so I'm just going to do some damage to this warrior, literally. There we go, that's a KO. Bye-bye, Black Magic Mustaine. That's 1 flank cleared up, at least. If I can knock out a couple of Chaos Warriors, that's going to help me a lot in the match. Especially if I knock out this claw piece, of course. And I do take a block on the outside piece. Probably should hit the middle one, but I think that was a half die, actually. Which gives me 1 down the ball. Which leads to a skull. Shame. Let's see what the Chaos can do in return. Ball comes out. Bad news for me. It doesn't come out far. And the GFIs do make it harder. And that's a good block from Claw. That means I can't get to it, I think. Or I can just base it at best. Pretty sure I can base it. He makes it so I have to dodge if I want to base the ball. And he makes basing it almost impossible now, if not impossible. And takes a block on Doc. That rhymes, nice. Yeah, I'm not stopping the ball here, so it's got to focus on doing damage. Push isn't good enough, and that's going to lead to a 1-die. But Dauntless helps, and 2 down is good enough against Mighty Blow, but Mighty Blow is fine. I do remember actually that Gotrek was always worried that a dwarf was that a Chaos Warrior was going to get injured when I took a block. That was a misclick. Yeah. Yep, there's the return of the misclick, so we've had one each now. We both had the same thing actually. Whenever a block was taken, we were both worried a piece was going to die. It was interesting in that regard. So Claw is pushing again, that's good news for me. And Beast is pushing as well, that's good news for me. And dodges out to blitz the ball carrier. Interesting play. 3+ into a 2-die, not so bad. It also means that he can support against the 2 pieces that are left standing. He just locks up the last of my linemen and renders the warrior, the beastman, into a position where I can get to him, actually. Interesting. That he locks him off successfully, making it very hard for me to get there. Though I can block out here, so I will try and base the ball at least. His 3+ is fine. With a reroll it's very fine, but at the same time it is risk that I can cause that ball carrier. Take a half-die on the outside warrior and hit another warrior for a double skull. That's my last reroll. And it was a reroll I didn't really need to take, to be fair. What am I thinking here? I'm trying to get the Troll Slayer out here. I should have done this first, for certain. Didn't need to punch these 2 pieces. That's good enough. But it does mean I still have to dodge out the Longbeard. And I will do that now. Success! GFI is also a success. I've based the ball. That was a lucky turn, though I didn't need to take these 2 blocks. That should have been the last thing I did, not the first thing. And 2 down is good for me, but he has his reroll. He uses his last reroll too to put down the Troll Slayer. And takes a blitz on Dopey. It's good. And he's going to have to score now. Yeah. Well done, Barbie. You are indeed a Barbie girl. Alright, 1 dwarf out injured, 1 Chaos Warrior knocked out but comes back. And I'm going to get a drink. Where's my drink? I see. Alright, let's see what we do on the second half. No, not second half, sorry, the end of the first half. And the ball's coming towards me. So, turn 7. Hoping to at least thin the herd a little bit, quite literally, so I can at least even the field, if not get the numbers. The Chaos are pretty hard to put down, as are Dwarf. But yeah, I'm going to load the field. Because Dwarves can't move very far. I'm also going to put a ball carrier into potential position to score, because I do have 2 turns. If a riot comes, I have 3 turns. And I think we do need 3 turns to score. but 2 might be enough. Perfect defense. That means he can load the line too. Yeah, that makes blocking more difficult. That makes blocking much more difficult, and it makes scoring impossible. Alright, well, we'll take a blitz on the corner piece. It was good enough, and I'm just going to punch my way in, I think, here. No, I'm actually going to free up the ball. I was quite clever in that regard. Okay, good. Though it does mean I'm back to 1 dice. Alright, ball pickup, and we're going to do a pass of a dwarf here. Sneezy's going to pass the ball. Is he? Yep, he is. Perfect. Could not have been better. Well done, Sneezy. Alright, and 3 fumbles from Chaos before it finally lands in the background. So Chaos return their blocks, and they're going to be some good blocks. Claws to start with. Just a stun. I'm wincing even now when I watch it back. I don't remember who got injured, when got injured, so everyone is painful. So the 2 skull is good. Lemmy goes down and stays down with a KO. I get 1 more round of blocking, so I'm going to do as much damage as possible here. Which is probably going to be none, but we'll take whatever we get. A blitz with bubbles. And push this piece onto the ball. Yep. Just in case, have a chance to pick it up and take it later. And get a fancy pass in maybe. We can get 3 more blocks in before that though. Push isn't good. Push isn't good at all. But Frenzy Trap wasn't so bad this time. That's going to be enough. Pick up the ball now. And Vanity Pass. Yes! Yes! Well done, Jumpy. Jumping Dwarf sounds funny actually. I may give a piece leap if I get the option. Never used leap as a blitz piece though, to be honest. I've always just leaped into areas where strong pieces are dangerous, because I had a Black Orc leaper for a while. And basically I just leap him into a position every time where he was a pain. But I never blocked him. So maybe leap isn't such a good idea after all. Troll Slayer, that sounds like the leaping piece for sure. Alright, cheering fans, giving the metalheads 1 more reroll, but giving me a touchback, which goes to Bubbles, because Jumpy got his SPP last turn. I moved the Blitzer into a rather strange position, and I moved the other Blitzer into a rather strange position. Well, I'm going to have to knock out some pieces to get some support up there. Didn't really need to do that, having a look back now. Yeah, Blitzers are just in danger there. That was strange play. Really strange play. Okay, let's not do that again. And we bring the ball up into relative unsafety. That was bad positioning. I should have left him here. But oh well, I put him in a position where they can actually get onto him, and the claw piece can actually get onto him. That's even worse. And we can blitz with the Troll Slayer if we want to. So what are we going to blitz? We are going to blitz with the Troll Slayer. We're going to hit the Beast, I guess. No, we're actually hitting the Warrior. Yeah, getting Dauntless. Good block. But he gets right back up. Yeah, didn't do this well. Not at all. That's good though. Means he burns a reroll. But Claw Piece is surely going to come in and blitz my ball carrier, because I didn't think that through at all. Bad play. Yeah, he locks up the last piece and here comes Claw on the ball carrier, surely. Yeah. Yep. And it's good. But Bubbles is okay. And the ball is in a pretty bad place. Yeah, I paid for that mistake, that's for certain. I don't think I actually saw how bad that was in the game until it happened, so... Well... Does mean I get a free punch on Claw. And I need a Dauntless, they came off twice. I managed to put him down. Push on the beast isn't really good enough. May even blitz out here. Yeah, I will. Just to give a scoring threat. It's a potato scoring threat, but it's a scoring threat. No, I'm actually going to use him as defense. Good. Good call. Not sure about freeing up that piece. Should have followed there. And I do pick up the ball, and I move him into a better position this time, but it's a withdraw actually. Well, I'm going to secure the ball and I'm going to move it up next turn, so I understand exactly why I did that, but I don't retreat very often, to be fair. Maybe my discomfort playing this team is showing a little bit with that move. He's going to get to blitz with the claw piece here, which is very, very painful. Yeah, and he gets a power. That's pretty bad for me. And an arm break. That's an injury. Sneezy's out. He's not coming back. Badly hurt. He'll be back next game. I think Gotrek wanted to blitz here, but he didn't understand why it went to the side. So just in case, if there's no piece locking up a position where the receiving piece can go, he's always going to move into a free spot. If you blitz him directly into the crowd, he will go off. Or if you put a piece here and block from the side, or here and block from this side, he will go off the pitch in the same way. But if there's a free place to go, they'll always go to the free place. Hope that made sense. Alright. Bubbles moves into attack. I am going to try and take a score here. I'm going to have to blitz with this piece again. Though if I can put down that piece there, I can get another dwarf out to lock up free in the middle. Yeah, I have to reroll that. Push isn't great, but it does mean that it gives my blitzer a little bit of breathing room, and it's going to be difficult for an opposition to get there. So, here comes the ball. Not going to pass. We are going to take a dauntless attack though. Yeah, that one was questionable. There was a very small chance that I could put him off the pitch, so I wanted to take that, try and get rid of the claw piece, but of course it was risky, and it didn't pay off. Looking back at it, Gotrek mentioned it during the game, and looking back at it, I didn't really need to do that, but, well, it wasn't as bad as it seemed at the time, and he does it right this time. This piece is going to get blitzed here, surfed here. Yep, bye-bye. So I obviously explained it well enough in-game. Ball is still pretty safe. There weren't too many pieces that can get here. There are no pieces that can get here without dodging through a middle, blocking, blitzing, touching, or this piece dodging out on his own. That's the best piece to do it with. So he's making it hard for me to get the ball out first. And moving all the pieces that he can, so he can clear up later. This was a good play by Gotrek here. That was unlucky though. But he does get to reroll, so that's fine. Gives me a small chance though. And that's good enough. That's exactly what I was hoping for, some bad rolls. That's all I could really hope for. Though even without the bad rolls, I still had a good chance of getting out, to be fair. So I'm not going to mess about here. Should have picked up this piece really, but I'm not going to mess about. I'm just going to take the score. Good enough. Alright, that evens things up. 1-1. Right, 2 dwarves out injured. My KO troll comes back. And the piece that was served comes back. And the knocked out Chaos Warrior also comes back. All the armor breaks have been against Chaos Warriors on the side of the Chaos. Beasts have been just fine. Looking back at this game though, I understand, because I haven't been taking enough blocks against beasts. I've been focusing too much on getting rid of this claw piece. I should have mostly left him alone, to be fair. Maybe. And he loads the line. Going for damage over score here. Which is fair when you're playing Chaos, I guess. First one's a POW. You can only get 4 blocks in, so I'm not too worried about this. But it does mean that you can position the team in such a way that he can set up completely for a return score. And burns a reroll there. Oh, and Moody is dead. Ah, that's a shame. He has the best beard. Well, there we go. My best beard is gone. Bye-bye, Moody. And there's going to be a blitz coming with a claw, surely. He's probably going to take it on the runner, because the runner is easier to kill. No, he's going to take it on the Troll Slayer. Okay, sensible. That's another armor break. And just a stun. That's fine. Claw is doing some things this game. And even pieces that don't have Claw or Mighty Blow are causing deaths as well. Lemmy obviously feels left out with all of his pieces Mighty Blowing about and clawing. I don't actually think we failed a pickup all game. Either team. So there we go. You've heard it here first. Chaos and Dwarves are experts at picking up the ball. This game just goes to show. Yeah. Half-Die Dauntless could have hit the beast, would have been much better, but I went for the warrior again. Pretty silly. I gotta push on the other beast. And I dodge away from the claw because I don't want to deal with it. And I finally take a block on a beast, but it's just a push. Well, I mean, I finally take a block on a beast instead of a warrior, when I have a chance to hit both. So what's Gotrek going to do here? I've given him plenty of chances to capitalize on my mistakes this game, so this hasn't been my best showing, that's for certain. Though he's played very well. I'm not saying that it's all my fault that I'm struggling. He has been playing very well as well. I actually think he burnt a reroll, and I missed that, sorry, but he's down to 1 when he had 2 before, so there was a reroll there. Now we're going to cage up. No, we're not going to cage up, we're going to claw. Of course we are. Alright, claw and Bubbles. Come on, Bubbles, you'll be okay. Bubbles is KO'd. KO's not so bad. Now we'll take a block on Doc. No armor break this time, but my dwarves are all well out of position here. It's going to be very difficult for me to slow them down. And all down to bad positioning, really. Yeah, with dwarves, you live and die on your positioning, so it's a good team for learning that, that's for certain. If you're not very comfortable with positioning, play with dwarves for a bit, because when you screw it up, it is punishing. Hey, we finally get an armor break on a beast. Corpse Grinder. That doesn't sound like a musician. Well, not as Barbie, to be fair. But you at least have Barbie Girl song. And I stood up the troll as a little, ooh, look at me, come take a block here, waste a reroll. play. And he does. No reroll is wasted though. Troll goes bye-bye. Bye-bye, Savage. If Blitzer goes down here, that's the end. Yep, that's the end. That's 2-1. No way I'm stopping that beast. And with a stun, without a doubt. There's no way I'm stopping this ball, this game. Impossible. So, if you don't have a go at Dwarfs, like I say, it's all about positioning. If you can't get your positioning right, which I didn't this game at all, then you're going to really struggle. Because as soon as you're in a position where there is at least 5 between you and the opponent has a free run. And in general, when you're a bigger piece, you're better off punching the pieces that are weaker than you, so I should have been doing a lot more damage against beasts here than I was. On the Chaos side, I don't think he made too many errors at all, really. He's played very solidly this match, and with the combination of him playing well and me playing badly, he's dominated, which is fair. I'm going to try and just push this piece off the edge of the pitch, and looks like it's going to be successful. Yep. Bye again. That's the second time that Mustaine is KO'd. And bring the troll back into a safer position. 1 die on the beast. Oh, it's good. It's just a stun. Yeah. Gotrek moves Chaos Beast into even more impossible territory. We're ending this game 2-1 for sure, unless he's too greedy on the last turn, I guess, and it doesn't pay off. But it looks like we're ending this 2-1, and Claw piece comes in to do another blitz. Devastating, devastating piece. I can see why teams make an all-Claw setup. I mean, it's not very fun, but I can see the benefit of it for certain. It's not hard to see. That's good. Burns his last reroll, so if he does want to do greedy stuff on the last turn, it's going to mean that he's going to have to take risk to do so. One small chance to get a draw. I'm going to make it tempting for him by picking up every piece and basing them against Chaos. And basing as many pieces against Claw, so he definitely uses that one at least. Nah, push isn't good though, means he's only going to have 1 piece to punch. Well, he's not punching anybody, I managed to stun him, alright. No Claw on the last turn. Yep, put Blitzer in with 2, so he takes a block there, and bringing this piece in against the warrior, so he takes a block there. But he doesn't take the bait, he just scores. Good choice, Gotrek. And well played, well done. This game was all yours, my man. And Barbie scored twice. I chose the right theme tune, apparently. Yeah, very well played. Impressed by Gotrek, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing him play in Steel. I can't remember off the top of my head what the team was, but I did have a look at the team in the Steel breakdown, and he's also in Bronze, so I've seen both those teams. They're both in my video playlist. If you do want to see what's coming up from Gotrek, go have a look, because he's new. Right, so 1 touchdown against 2 touchdowns, of course. I managed to pass, Chaos did not. They didn't even try, though. I took a death. Bye-bye Moody with the best beard. And 7 armor breaks against 11 armor breaks. Yep, that was mostly me. Should have been hitting the beasts instead of the Chaos when I had the chance. And so, 5-3-1, Thrower, Blitzer, and Lineman. And for the mutants, we've got 3 Chaos Warriors, 2 Chaos Warriors, getting 2 each. Barbie, the blind beast, and Splinter, the MVP, which is also a beast. So, good game for Gotrek there. Well played. look forward to seeing you competitively one day. Good luck in the new league. Bye, guys.